Virginia High Bearcat basketball will be on the air in 5 minutes. Three minutes. Two minutes until airtime. Sixty seconds. Thirty seconds till Bearcat basketball. Fifteen seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Bearcat basketball from the radio home of Virginia High Athletics. You're listening to the Bearcat Tip-Off Show on Bearcat Radio. Welcome to the semifinals of Virginia State Tournament from the David J. Pryor Convocation Center here on the campus of the University of Virginia's College at Wise. This afternoon, the 17-10 Lady Bearcats of Virginia High face the 26-2 Wise Central Warriors in a Region 2D rematch with a trip to Richmond on the line. I'm Dylan Hutton, and thanks for tuning in to the Bearcat Radio for our exclusive coverage of the VHSL playoffs. Coach Timmons and the Lady Cats would seal their first appearance in the championship game in school history, while Wise Central and Coach Robin Dotson look to go back-to-back championships. Welcome to the Bearcat Tip-Off Show, presented by State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue in Bristol. Again, a good crowd already filing in here to the Convocation Center in Wise. Bearcat faithful made the trip. Looks like a pretty good contingent over there behind the bench to our left as we sit cross court at the David J. Pryor Convocation Center. Bearcats coming off a huge win in that quarterfinal game last week against Chatham. Won that one 69-55. Let's take a look at the last game recap brought to you by BSN Sports in Bristol. Jada Campbell led the Cats in scoring with 25 points, had 4 threes in the win. Taylor Owens a double-double, 17 points, 14 boards. Kerrigan Bailey finished with 10. Allie Sidnor with 8 points, and Amaya Lee had 7 points, but it contributed 9 assists as the point guard for the Bearcats. Quick start from behind the arc propelled them to the win over Chatham. In that one, they hit 6 three-pointers in the first quarter. Jada Campbell hit 3 of them, and Taylor Owens hit 3 as well to lead 26-16 after one quarter of action. Chatham cut the lead to 5 at halftime. The Cats led it 38-33 as we went into the intermission. The Bearcats led by 10 going into the fourth and survived a comeback attempt as Chatham cut it to 54-50 before finishing the game on a 12-1 run. The Cats never trailed in that one, so a good win for them. Again, 9 three-pointers, and that win was the second most points scored in a game this season for the Bearcats. The only other time they got 71 against Graham back on February 7th. So to be playing at that kind of caliber offensively this late in the year really makes you feel good about this one against Wise Central in this rematch. Again, these two teams met close to 10 days ago in the Region 2D championship. Now let's take a look at Wise Central, their last game. They're coming off a 53-34 win against Martinsville. They held Martinsville to just 12 of 43 from the floor. That's 25% from the floor. They out-rebounded Martinsville 38-34, and they forced 17 turnovers in the win. Dee Savetnik had a double-double for the Warriors, the big center there for him, 6'1", averaging 11 points a game. She had 17 points, 15 boards in that dominant win over Martinsville. And Wise, with that win, they held Martinsville in the third quarter of that game 2 for 12. They held the Cats in the last game before that one 1 for 15. So in the last 2 games, Wise Central's held Martinsville and Virginia High to just 3 of 27 from the floor shooting. That's 11%. So coming out in that third quarter after they make adjustments, that's when Coach Dotson really sort of ramps up the pressure and really hurts teams down the long run. So we'll see if the Cats can get through that third quarter tonight as Wise Central gets set to come out. Cheerleaders lining up near the baseline, getting ready to get warm-ups underway. We're about 20 minutes till tip-off of this state semifinal. Again, Wise Central with the throttle of Martinsville moves on to play the Cats tonight. As now we'll take a look at the VHSL Class 2 Final Four. Again, we started with 8. We had Virginia High went to Chatham, of course, and won 69-55. Buffalo Gap 63-41 winners over Prince Edward County. And George Mason with a 51-42 win over Poquoson. And then Wise Central played on Saturday and, of course, beat Martinsville 53-34. 34. Lady Cats taking the floor now over to our right side at the David J. Pryor Convocation Center. Now the Final Four today, of course, 5 o'clock our game, Virginia High Wise Central. Then on the other side you have a Region B matchup. Buffalo Gap and George Mason are going to go at it again. They played for the Region B championship last Saturday as well. So we got 2 region championship rematches this afternoon for a spot in the Final 2 that'll go to Richmond and play at VCU on March 9th. Again, that game will start at 6 o'clock. The Cats, if they can win this one, would clinch their first ever appearance in the state championship game for girls varsity basketball. So that's what we're left with. Virginia High Wise Central, Buffalo Gap, and George Mason. Buffalo Gap, George Mason play at 7 o'clock tonight. Tonight's game is brought to you by State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue in Bristol, and also BSN Sports in Bristol. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we get back, we'll go over some storylines, an opponent scouting report, impact players, and key matchups for tonight's contest. We'll be right back on the Bearcat Tip-Off Show.
Hi, I'm Dustin Lynch. You don't have to listen to country music to know that life can be full of drama. Some of it you just can't control, like your girlfriend running out on you with your best friend. But there's some drama that you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
You just need to take that first step and find free classes near you and start moving towards a brighter future and even your college degree.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Matt Kenseth. You don't have to be a race car driver to know that life can be full of drama. Some of it you can't control, like mechanical issues, high winds, and rain delays. But there's some drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
You just need to take that first step and find free classes near you and leave the drama for the racetrack.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
You're listening to the Bearcat Tip-Off Show on Bearcat Radio. Welcome back to the Bearcat Tip-Off Show here from the David J. Pryor Convocation Center. The VHSL Class II semifinals, a spot to Richmond on the line. Let's go to the main storylines. Again, a Southwest and Mountain 7 district clash. This will be the last time we'll see this kind of matchup in girls basketball in 2018 for a trip to Richmond. We're going to have it on the other side, too. We'll have, of course, Gate City playing Graham tonight over at Tazewell Middle in the boys varsity game. A lot going on with that game as well. And we have Timmons versus Coach Dotson, round 2. It was the first meeting between them all time. So, of course, the storied coach, Robin Dotson, over 600 wins over there for Wise Central. And then Coach Timmons trying to start a dynasty of his own here at Virginia High. And definitely growing into that just 3 years in to have this team in the state semifinals has said a lot for the growth of where they're at. Again, the Cats look to kick open the door and crash the party to seal an appearance in the state championship for the first time in school history. And Wise is going for back-to-back championships, their 4th all-time, and Coach Dotson would be going for his 5th of his career. Now let's take a look at the opponent scouting report. Of course, these two teams know each other fairly well, played just 10 days ago. Let's take a look at this starting lineup usually for Wise Central. They're 26-2 on the year, 54 points per game, averaging, giving up just 38 points per game. They've won 4 in a row. Gracie Mullins will be a starter. She's averaging 11 a game. Brooke Porter, a guard, a junior guard, averaging 10.5. She had 10 points against Martinsville. Olivia Mullins had 3 points on a 3-point basket. We'll see her at guard as well. Hannah Carter at forward. She had 5 against Martinsville. And then down in the post, anchoring the block for the Warriors, Dee Savetnik, 6'1" junior, averaging 15 points per game in the last 3, and she's coming off a double-double. She had 17 and 15 boards against Martinsville. Again, they're led by Coach Robin Dotson, 600-plus career wins, and a member of the Virginia High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame. What